So welcome to our December monthly President's Forum. I know it's a busy month for all of us with lots of holiday activities and preparations and travel. So thanks for taking the time out this evening for us to get together and catch up on a few things. There are a whole lot of opportunities coming up for us after January 1st. I want to make sure we all have knowledge of those opportunities and that those are on the calendars of us personally as well as our clubs. So I did send out an agenda earlier if you had a chance to see that. And if it's okay, I'm going to ask first, as this will be a meeting of the calendar year, if you can just put in the chat window quickly a wish for your club or a resolution for your club in the coming calendar year. What's something you want to resolve or wish for your club?
Wish.
It's the midpoint of our Rotary year, but the start of our calendar year. So just a word or a few words of what's something you wish. We've got a couple budget ones so far. A membership. Oh, a new creative fundraiser. A new satellite club getting going. A new member. Club assembly, making sure we have member input for the remainder of the year. Great. Any any others you want to contribute? Those are all great ideas, great wishes. Okay, looks like we've got most everybody. Another member. Tina, you're on fire with new members. Keep it going. Balance, remembering the 80-20 rule, balancing the workload. Great ideas. So thank you. And thank you, of course, again for your leadership of your clubs this year. We are coming up to our mid-year point. So let's be sure to kind of take stock of where we are now and what do we want to accomplish in the next 6 months in each of our clubs and make sure we get everybody organized and focused and feeling good about doing that and having fun doing it with us. So on our agenda, I want to make sure that we all have the same understanding about some upcoming events in the second half of our Rotary year. First is our foundation events in March, and this will be the last week of March 2025. You may recall 2 years ago, we had a foundation event on each island where we had uh, Shirley Grace and John Mitchell, who came from the mainland, and they spoke. Each island did something slightly different in terms of format, but it was either a dinner or poo-poos and drinks, and then hosting Shirley and John. That's sort of the same model that we're following this year. And so Dave Mosdrin and our District Rotary Foundation Committee have been working on this. They have secured Shirley Grace again, along with Vicki Pulitz. And if you have not yet met Vicki Pulitz, Vicki Pulitz has been a Rotary International Director for zones 26 and 27. And she is an incoming trustee of the Rotary Foundation. She lives in Sparks, Nevada, and Vicki is incredibly well-spoken, inspiring, knowledgeable about Rotary, our foundation, the impact of our foundation. So she and Shirley together are just a dream team to have come all the way out to us to spend a week going from island to island and talking with us about our foundation, the impact of our foundation, and ways that we can donate to our Rotary Foundation. I checked with Dave earlier today. He told me that the only island date that is set in stone at this point is March 29th for Oahu. And there's a dinner planned for Oahu. And he's waiting on the other island representatives to nail down the days of the week prior to that for each of the other islands. So stay tuned for the detail for each island, but if you're on Oahu, you can go ahead and put in your calendar March 29th. And I think that's just going to be a fantastic program, inspiring, educational for all of us. And as I said, each island will decide how they want to do it, where they want to. But let's make sure we rally all of our club members and pump them up as to how this is going to be fun and inspiring for everybody to attend. Next on the agenda, upcoming opportunity. If you look at Al Weiland in our box of squares here, Al's Zoom background is our Malama Maui weekend, and the dates for that are April 25th and 26th. And if you recall, hopefully you've heard me say before, April 25th, well, actually, we're inviting people from all over the state to come and work hands-on service projects on Maui to work with our Maui Rotary partners who are doing things that directly benefit the Maui fire survivors. On April 25th, we expect to work with partners who are involved with tiny house communities, the memorial crosses, boys and girls clubs, homeless, houseless shelter. We'll see where exactly the needs are between now and then, but working with those community organizations on Maui. And then on April 26th, we'll work with another Maui Rotary partner called Tree Covery, and they are in the process of growing non-invasive trees that will eventually be replanted in the burn zones. We have a Rotary Global Grant project that is in the works that includes participation by us. We have an international partner, which is the Rotary Club of Kathmandu Metro. You'll recall I asked all of our Rotary clubs to also contribute $100 of club cash and global grant allocation so that we have participation from all of our clubs and showing our support for our Maui Rotarians. So April 25th and 26th, if people can only come for one day, because that is a Friday and a Saturday, if people can only come for one day, then plan to come for one day. If you can only come Friday or only come Saturday. For those who can stay both days, our colleague from District 5280 in Los Angeles is soliciting some quotes for some discounted hotel rates for us to stay overnight on Maui. And I don't have the details of that yet from Joanne. She was expecting to hear something more from him today. So we'll be getting the sign up and the details about a hotel option out as soon as we can. But please ask your members, talk about it with your club members, ask them to put it on their calendars now, April 25th and 26th. This is a great opportunity for us to show our support for Maui and work hands-on community service. Nancy?
Yeah, I was over there just this 3 days ago on Friday. Thank you to Al and everybody and Joanne and all the wonderful AGs and PEs over there. It was really a great trip, and I got to do some touring. So it is really amazing how much work that's helping fire victims as well as what's helping in general homeless and that because they have facilities up for so many people in need. So it's wonderful. And if you think you want to go, I suggest you get reservations soon for those on the Big Island, not just Hilo, but that is Merry Monarch week.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
So I after talking to Al, I came home. I made my reservation to fly in and out on Friday. I'm just gonna come for that one day, because I gotta watch Merry Monarch Friday night, and then I have to ride my horse in the parade on Saturday. So
Right.
anyway, but tickets and flying, everything could become affected by Merry Monarch because it gets so jammed up. So just be careful, even, Vern, for you in Kona, because I know people end up staying over there and driving over and flying wherever. So, okay. So
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
heed.
And the April 26th date was driven by tree covery. That's
Yeah.
got that date.
Yeah. Well, you're never going to find a weekend when there's not something massive going on in the state, thank God. But, just
Right.
that one's big to
Right.
me anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Al or Wendy, anything you want to add about that?
We're still working on a place to stay for people who want to come over and stay up in the west side. We have one hotel that has a bid in, and we're waiting for the other one that was supposed to come in and didn't. And then we'll have more details about what will be available.
Okay. And Calvin, I see your question about if you came for the day on Friday, what time? I was sort of expecting we would start about 9 a.m. in the morning. So if people did need to do an early morning flight, they could do that. Good question.
And then let's all figure it out because if I rent a car, I can pick up people when I land and stuff like that. So we might as well, all work together on this. Okay.
Yeah. And Kara has a question about when is tree planting. Kara, for April, I expect that it's going to be repotting rather than planting, because most places in the burn zone are not yet ready for replanting, and also the seedlings are just coming along. So it'll be mostly repotting at the different grow hubs with tree covery,
On
and that will be
Saturday.
on
That'll
Saturday,
be on Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday the 26th for that part. Okay. Any other questions on that? But please help talk it up with your clubs and get it on people's calendars, even as we're trying to get the sign up and the details nailed down. Next on the agenda is our district conference that comes up on May 29th through June 1st. And for that, I would like to share a video with all of us.
get ready to make magic with Aloha at DISCON 2025 Ala Moana.
You don't see it. A Rotarian.
Both locally and globally.
Let me start again.
Get ready to make magic. Aloha at DISCON 2025 Ala Moana.
Aloha, Rotarians. Please join me from May 30th to June 1st, 2025 for an irresistible experience in beautiful Honolulu at DISCON 2025 Ala Moana.
The video's not playing, Ted.
It's a journey with dynamic speakers and VIP events that celebrate Rotary's impactful projects, both locally and globally. Our irresistible.
Okay, thank you. I don't know. Let me try the share again here. Don't know what happened. Stand by for technical difficulties. Let's try that again. Are you seeing a YouTube window now?
Yes.
Okay, let's try it this time.
Get ready to make magic with Aloha at DISCON 2025 Ala Moana.
Aloha, Rotarians. Please join me from May 30th to June 1st, 2025 for an irresistible experience in beautiful Honolulu at DISCON 2025 Ala Moana.
Prepare for an immersive journey with dynamic speakers and VIP events that celebrate Rotary's impactful projects, both locally and globally. Our irresistible keynote speakers include Evan Burrell, a digital media creator and public image guru; Greg Pod, a personal financial specialist and Rotary Foundation trustee; and Jean Urin Hatfield, Rotary Ambassadorial Scholar, a teacher and advocate for deafness research and literacy. And we'll hear from a very special President's representative joining us from the Rotary International Senior Leadership Team. And in addition to our keynote speakers, we'll feature TED Talks from some of our D5000 Rotarians showcasing our increased impact, reach, engagement, and adaptability this year. Engage in meaningful service activities, including the Polio Walk and the Genki Ball Project, where you'll witness firsthand the power of Rotary in action. DISCON 2025 is just full of fun surprises. During the Friday welcome reception, outgoing club presidents will present a crown of wishes to its president-elect. The crown will be filled with congratulatory messages, good wishes, and special requests for its club in the coming year. So don't wait. Take advantage of a low rate of $410 through December 31st. Register now at www.rotaryd5000.org/DISCON.
Don't miss this opportunity to make magic with Aloha at DISCON 2025 Ala Moana. Register today and be part of something truly special.
So
Ted.
let's give a big hand to Ryan Kawamoto for putting that video together for us.
Hey, Ted, I have a question.
Yes.
Did Puxatony Phil see his shadow? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Sorry.
But no.
Sorry, got another one here. Okay. Yeah, that's because Ryan wanted very special lighting for the recording of that video. He knows what he's doing. So that's our latest promotional video. If you happen to have a club meeting still between now and the end of the year, can I please ask you to show this video at your club meeting? I know some of us are in party mode already and don't have another regular meeting, but if you do have another regular meeting between now and the end of the year, can you please make sure that you show that to your club members and talk about our district conference. Every member in the district should have this in their email from this afternoon from me. There was an email about the district conference and some of the benefits of attending the district conference and a link to this YouTube video so that everybody can watch it on their own. But as you saw in the video, the price does go up on January 1st. So people want to get registered by December 31st. And in looking at our current registrations, not all of our presidents and president-elects have yet registered. So if you're not on that list, I need to ask you personally to get registered between now and December 31st. And many of our clubs do have in their budgets to pay for the president and or the PE to go, or to subsidize them in some form. So to be good stewards of your club budget, you also want to get signed up before December 31st. As you saw in the video, we will be having a special welcome reception on the Friday evening that includes the Crown of Wishes. We're going to be asking each club to use its creativity to create this Crown of Wishes that will go either to the incoming president, the president-elect, or to the Hana Ho president. So that'll be a special welcome and recognition of our incoming leadership for all of our clubs. And we want to make that really special for everybody and show them our strong support from all of our clubs across the district. We'll have, as you saw in the video, a whole variety of activities with some inspiring, educational, entertaining keynote speakers. We'll have some service projects. We'll have some dancing on Saturday night. We'll have a lounge and a house of friendship if you don't want to dance, but you want to just have a drink and connect with new friends or old friends from across the district. There's opportunity to do that. And then we also want to recognize our clubs who have done something outstanding in our Rotary Action Plan and implementing our Rotary Action Plan. So clubs that have done something outstanding in terms of impact, reach, engagement, and adaptability. And so I'll be asking some of you and your club members to do a TED Talk to share what it is that your club has done, why you did it, and what was the impact of doing it, so that we can all recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our clubs for the year. That's in addition to our club awards program, which I've shared with you previously. That's all online. The deadline for club awards input will be on June 15th, but we will do some special recognitions at the district conference while we're all together. If you are on Oahu, your club is an Oahu-based club. Of course, people will be able to commute back and forth. You don't have to stay at the hotel if you don't want to. So please really encourage your members to get registered now and plan to join us for that weekend at the end of May. The district conference committee has been working really hard on putting this all together. And there's still some details to be worked out, but the overall framework is there. And at least from my perspective, it's going to be inspiring, it's going to be educational, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be full of activities and action together as well. So please make that a priority between now and December 31st, as there will be a price increase on January 1st. Any questions about district conference or comments? I see Conrad put in our chat a link directly to the video.
Hey,
And you
Ted,
should
this
also
is
have
Vern.
that in your email. Vern?
Yeah, I'm being still new. What's Crown of Wishes?
Well, this is something new that we have not done
Okay.
before. So this we'll give some further direction to each club between now and then. But we'll be asking each club to use your creativity and to create some kind of crown that can be worn by your president-elect or your Hana Ho president, and for the club to fill this crown with wishes for the incoming club leadership and for the club in general. And we'll have a little ceremony that involves this crown and wishes for the coming Rotary year. But that's something new we have not done at a district conference before. Any other question, comment on district conference? Okay, seeing none, let's move on to the next item on the agenda. I just want to highlight for everybody another opportunity, which is our Rotary International Convention. And in 2025, that happens in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The dates for that are June 24th through 25th. That also is similar. The longer you wait, the higher the price goes on registration for Calgary. This is an opportunity to really see beyond your club uh, the impact of Rotary worldwide. And if this is something you can schedule a vacation around, any of our members, this is for any Rotary member around the world, maybe schedule a vacation around it and go to Canada next year. And you'll be together with 20,000 of our Rotary friends from all over the world. And in that 20,000 people, we're going to see and hear the impact of Rotary by local clubs and districts all around the globe. And you just can't help but walk away feeling pumped up and inspired at this huge organization that we are part of, and to think about the impact that we all have just as regular people and volunteers doing service projects, sponsoring scholarships, doing all kinds of great things.
Ed, can you ask whoever it is who's got the phone on, it's getting all this background noise, to please mute it? We can't hear you.
Yeah, let me, I'll do a mute for them. Thank you, Hugh. So that's a great opportunity to, if you've not had the chance to go before, or your Rotary Club members the chance to go, this is fairly close to us to go to Canada. Surely not as far as Singapore and other places, but as a preview of coming attractions beyond Calgary, then the following year the convention will be in Taipei, Taiwan. And then in 2027, it will be in Honolulu. So in Calgary, as far as the latest I heard is we will have some kind of Hawai'i booth in the House of Friendship. We're not allowed to promote our convention yet in Calgary, but we can promote Hawaii as a destination and answer questions about Hawaii. So we will need volunteers also to work in our booth in Calgary. And then also in Taipei the following year, that's where we will be actively promoting our Honolulu convention, and we'll have a big booth for signing up people for the Honolulu convention. So that would be in 2026 that you'll want to also plan, if possible, to come to Taipei, Taiwan. And you can get to registration for the RI convention through our district website, or you can go directly to convention.rotary.org, convention.rotary.org. But please make sure all of your club members are aware of this as an opportunity. And it's a way to understand beyond our individual clubs, what is the impact that Rotary has when we collaborate across borders. Next on the agenda is club elections and reporting of officers. You've probably, many of you heard from Nancy about this and others in the district, but this is the month to elect club officers if you have not done so already. And then in January, as early as possible, you want to get those club officers' input into Club Runner, because they're going to start to get communications from our district and from Rotary International as the incoming leaders for your club. So if that's not on your agenda already, make sure you get a club election done within the next few weeks. And then in early January, get those club officers entered into Club Runner. And you may still have possibly some holes that you're going to work on after that, but at a minimum, get your officers, your president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, get them all elected and into Club Runner, even if you're working on some others after that. That's very important. Any questions about that? Okay. Nancy, anything you want to add about that?
No, just definitely work with the president-elects that are following up with after you folks, and encourage them to be sure that they do register for the conference. Hopefully, for sure, they can come on Saturday of the conference, because we will have a reception with you folks and with our president-elects to kind of mingle and share how exciting it is to be the president. So try and encourage them if they haven't already. And there's only a few clubs that I think still have issues with getting their presidents lined up to come to pets, but lots and lots is going on. So we look forward to meeting with all of you folks and learning everything about your year at the conference. So sign up and be there for the magical conference. That's Ted. What's my theme gonna be? I don't think they're giving us themes anymore.
Yeah, apparently you're getting a message rather than a theme.
Right. Oh, boring.
I don't know
Okay.
yet what that's going to look like. Yeah.
I'll figure it out, but that's very cute. So thank you all. Appreciate everybody's hard work. And I've gotten to meet with quite a few, even in I spent all of last week on Kauai, Honolulu, Oahu actually, and on Maui. So I haven't even started the official travels yet, but got to meet with a lot of president-elects and assistant governors and a lot of club members. I'm trying to, every time I'm over there, I attend every meeting I can. So it's been great. And walked in the parade on Kauai with Ted. The Kauai Rotary Club sponsors this really big, fantastic parade. So it was really nice Christmas parade. So thank you for letting me be part of that. Yes, and there's David. He agrees it's a great parade. Yes. So.
And that actually leads right into the next item on the agenda, which is that President-elect Learning Seminar. I believe it's officially changing to be called PELS instead of PETS, but it'll take me probably a year to officially to remember that.
Yeah.
So president-elects will be going in February to Los Angeles. So make sure they're registered for PETS. Nancy, anything else you want to say about that?
Well, and most of the clubs have budgeted the money that you folks all, God willing, went last year, and your club budget should have the money for them to register as the presidents for their registration and for their airfare. So reach out to those, because some of them are getting in touch with me right now, panicking, like, and I'm going to get hold of your president, get hold of your treasurer, because that money should be there in your folks' treasury. So please reach out to the PEs and reassure them that that should be covered in your budget for this current year for them to come. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And Vern, to put you on the spot for a moment, I believe you came last year as a Hana Ho president for your second time. And as I recall, you gave me very positive feedback that it was worth your time and effort to come a second
Absolutely.
time. Would you want to comment on that?
Absolutely. You can't get it all in one session, one weekend. And with everything, changing around us, it's important to be there, especially on, I think the big thing I picked up on was all of the social media, public image stuff that it continues to grow out there that we all need to be aware of. That's the big thing I picked up in February this year.
Good.
Next on our agenda is membership in our existing clubs and progress on forming new clubs. On the good news side, Connie Ichinose and I, Connie's our district membership chair. We met with our membership zone coordinator this morning. And in terms of membership growth for our district, there are 30 districts in our two zones, 26, 27. There are only 6 districts who have grown their membership more than our district out of that 30. So yeah, give yourselves a hand for that. That's very positive news. But I'm an overachiever. I don't like to be number 6. I like for us to be in the top 5. We unfortunately, I think I've shared with you as a district, as our clubs purged our membership rolls, we started with 65 fewer members at the beginning of the year. So far, across all of our clubs, we've added back 43 of those members. So we still have a lot of work to do just to get back to where we were at the start of the prior year. And you've all heard me in club visits talk to each of your clubs about we need every club in our district to add at least 2 or 3 net new members between now and the end of the year. A few of our clubs have already knocked that out of the park. They brought in significant number of members. At the other end of the spectrum, we have some clubs that cleaned up their membership roster after July 1st and purged a whole bunch of members this year. And then we have a whole lot of our clubs that are in the middle of that spectrum, being pretty stagnant in terms of membership. So as you heard me say at club visits, we need to think about some proactive actions. What actions can we take to bring in 2 or 3 new members to our club before the end of this Rotary year? And that hope is not a plan. Hope is not a plan. We need to have some proactive actions, whether it's each member bring somebody, whether it's have a social event, whether it's having a business networking event, whether it's partnering with some other community organization on a project and trying to attract some of them as members, whether it's inviting your speakers, targeting speakers that you think would be prospective members, and then invite them to become a member after they come and speak with your club, do something. There's a whole variety of actions that you can think about, that you can take in order to be proactive about getting 2 or 3 new members into each club. So still work and room for improvement across our clubs in general. Tina, could I put you on the spot for a moment? You're one of the clubs that has been outstanding so far this year in new members. Could you share what's your club done? Why do you think you've gotten a whole bunch of new members?
Well, we added a lot of more fun into our meetings. We have games and prizes, and we sing. That's what we did today for our Christmas meeting. But most important, I ask people. So when I'm out in the community at a social event, because I go to a lot of wine events because my husband's in the business. Whenever somebody asks me, "Oh, nice to meet you. What do you do?" I always tell them, "Well, I am the president of my Rotary Club. Have you ever heard about Rotary?" And I educate them about it. And then if they're interested, I invite them to actually come to our meeting as a guest and experience it for themselves. If they seem a little doubtful to do that, I'll invite them to come to a community service project and just volunteer, like we do the food bank, Hawai'i food bank 4 times a year, or we'll do Institute for Human Services. So sometimes if they come to an event and it kind of clicks in their head what we're about, that appeals to them, they have the time, and they'll join. And I always carry membership applications on my body. So I had a membership application. So, I mean, that type of thing is like, talking it up, letting them know that we're very important. We do global projects as well as local projects, and we're a great organization.
Thank you. Kara, are you with us? Would you want to make any comments about bringing
Yes.
in members in your club?
It's all about the community service. The three people that I brought in, one was my daughter, that they want to be in the community making a difference. And just like Tina had said, it's Rotary is not a meeting club. It is a action club. So the more we do on the community, the more exposure we are, and people are really interested. This past weekend, we did a food distribution, and three men, they saw us on the US Vets, and they said, "Oh man, you guys do a lot." I guess, "Yes, we have another food drive. Would you like to help us?" He goes, "Yeah, sign me up." And they three came. I invited them to join, but they're like, "Sister, we all work." So 7:45 couldn't make it. So we're thinking of rethinking about our times and things like that, because we got to make ourselves a little more available so that we can at least have one meeting together, huddle, and then we do our service projects. Yeah, so definitely it's the service projects.
Super. Thank you. Wendy, any comments you would add about adding members in your satellite club?
Thanks, Ted. Well, part of it, of course, is having a different meeting time. So ours is a Pauhana Club, which helps a lot of the business side. So we do a lot of business networking. The important thing is inviting people to the meetings and following up. We just got a new member from our event when Ted came. He was really impressed with Ted and how listening and hearing about Rotary. Our membership committee followed up. They're really good about it. And so, yeah, we had just inducted him last week, which we're really excited about. We have another application in process and a potential of another one. So it's just that continuation. And once it starts happening, you know, the club members get excited with the new momentum. So just keeping that going and getting them like, well, who do you know? Or, oh, you know, like just reminding them of like they can invite too and bring people in. So, but it seems to be working. It's kind of infectious.
Great, thank you. So when Connie and I asked our zone coordinator, what had he seen that the 6 districts above us had done to increase their membership, why was theirs ahead of ours? His answer fairly quickly was they've formed a bunch of new clubs. So we have to do both. We need to continue to work on bringing 2 or 3 new members into our existing clubs, but also forming new Rotaract clubs, new satellite clubs, new Rotary Club. And Conrad has some good news on a new satellite club. Conrad, could I ask you to share that good news?
Yeah, sure. So one club was about to lose a member because she has moved to a different place on the island, but we were able to save her by having her form a new satellite club on the opposite side of the island for this Rotary Club. So she's already recruited 7 additional members, and so they're in the process of forming a satellite club for the sponsor club. So if there are members who are leaving for reasons such as not being able to make the meetings because they are now further away or whatever, here's an opportunity for them to consider staying with their sponsor club by taking the charge on forming a satellite club.
Great, thank you. And Beverly, your club's involved in helping start a Rotaract club. Would you mind to comment on that?
That's right, Ted. We had a planning meeting and we are going to, we met with some of the students that were in Ryla, and they're at the university now, and they are excited about the opportunity to continue to be of service through a Rotaract club. So it was about 4 of them. So we are now planning to get even more students to be a part of this, and we're getting an advisor, because you need an advisor from the university. So we have 4 people that we're going to be reaching out to for that. And so it's just kind of fallen in place, and we're pretty excited about it. Now, we had a Rotaract club before, and because of COVID, it just kind of went by the wayside. And so now we started a brand new one. And so there's some excitement about it. And we're just getting all the clubs involved so that we can all be partnering with this Rotary Club. Someone from each club will be helping this Rotary Club. So it's kind of exciting to see what's happening. Thank you, Ted.
Thank you. Thank you. And Beverly and Nancy's club, because it is the largest club in our district, they already have 2 satellite clubs as well that they're nurturing.
Yeah.
Kara, you also are close on your satellite club. Would you want to just comment on that? If you're still there? She might have stepped away. But Kara's club, the Kapolei Club, she shared with me last week that they have identified 7 of the 8 people that they need to form their satellite club. There's also one of our members on Oahu who has briefed me that he's working on starting a new hybrid international Rotary Club, and he has so far identified 12 of the 20 members for starting a brand new Rotary Club. Anybody else online this evening that has anything you want to share about forming new clubs? Okay, but those are lots of good examples. Hopefully that sparks some ideas for the rest of you. And again, we gotta fire on both cylinders. We gotta add 2 or 3 members to our existing club. We've got to continue to form new types of clubs. And that's the way we really grow our Rotary family. And when we grow our Rotary family, then we can increase our impact. And you've all heard me say this
So,
in club visits.
So Ted, is this a good time to talk about the Aloha Action Campaign?
Yes, please.
Okay, do you mind if I share my screen? I have a quick 7-slide deck to articulate the Aloha Action Campaign.
You should be able to now.
Okay. I don't. Hold on. Okay, got it. All right. Ted had asked our public image chair, co-chair Josh Laguana, to share with you this Aloha Action Campaign that the Public Image Committee is participating in. Unfortunately, Josh is not able to make it to tonight's meeting, so I said I would pitch it for him. So I'll go through this real quick because I know that our time is up at 6:30. We want to expand our reach by engaging new audiences. And so how is this going to be possible is that we have been awarded a grant from the Zone 2627 Marketing to do a proposed Aloha Action Campaign. And why are we doing this? Why is the Zone Marketing awarding these grants? Is basically to support Rotary districts in raising public awareness about Rotary and its positive impact. And so the campaign, our campaign will be focusing on highlighting the Rotary service projects that we do across Hawaii and to encourage the public to, quote, try Rotary. And so the purpose, obviously, is to increase our impact by showcasing Rotary's meaningful project. It's going to be a multi-channel marketing effort where we're going to create awareness about Rotary in Hawaii. We're going to highlight the good work that Rotary clubs do in our communities, and then we're going to engage the public to participate in Rotary events. So the key call to action is for the public to join a service project, attend a club meeting, or even participate in a club event. And they can do that by or try Rotary with a Hawaii Rotary passport. The passport is important because it will help us expand our reach by making Rotary accessible and visible to more people. It'll enhance participation by inviting Rotary to experience, by inviting people to experience Rotary firsthand. So how is this done? Obviously, with all the multi-channel marketing that's going to happen, we're going to drive everyone to the Rotary in Hawaii website. The people who are driven to the website, they're going to opt in by providing us their name, email, and phone number to download the passport, this passport that we're going to issue them. And then we're going to encourage them to participate in club meetings, service projects, and other activities. And then the clubs will stamp the passport at each event that these participants attend. So why are we doing all of this? It's going to increase our ability to adapt by utilizing innovative approaches to engaging and attracting new members. Because we recognize that just putting a commercial out there will not convert people to become members. So what we're going to do is do a different approach by having them engage with us, by giving us their name and contact information to get this passport so they can try Rotary. Okay, so by collecting this information, we can then nurture these contacts, because we will do that by gradually nurturing them through interest and converting them into engaged members down the line, right? Because it might take 1 or 2 times, it might take 4 or 5 times, or it might even take 10 times. But that's the whole purpose of getting them to give us their contact information through this passport. So the club engagement is key in order for us to set up ourselves for success. And so what we expect the clubs to do is to promote your service projects so that people can use their passport to try Rotary. When they come to the events, we want you to welcome them because that will provide a seamless and warm experience for the holders to continue to try Rotary. And then we want you to promote the Aloha Action Campaign and the Hawaii Rotary Passports in our community, because that will increase our impact. So what's in it for me, or in this case, the clubs? Obviously, what's in it for all the clubs is that we will have increased visibility for each of the clubs and your respective projects. There's an opportunity to attract prospective members, and of course, showcasing Rotary impact in our community under the Rotary Action Plan. And bottom line is we want to support a district-wide initiative to grow Rotary membership in Hawaii, because we've heard Ted talk about it just a few minutes ago, that that's one of the strategies that we want to do in order to thrive and survive. And that concludes the presentation. I know it was really quick. I was trying to keep it within the 6:30 time frame. But if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to Josh, myself, or Scott Wishart, who is on the Public Image Committee. We also have a bunch of you guys, as well as your members, that are part of the District Public Image Committee that's going to be integral in executing on this Aloha Action Campaign. And then I'm going to make this deck available to you so that you can share this with your club members.
Great. Thank you, Conrad. I think we do have a couple minutes for questions. I see one in the chat from Kara saying, where are the passports?
Okay, so once the passport is designed, our advertising, we're working with Janet Kelly from the Rotary Club of Waikiki to put together a robust ad campaign on television, so that we are promoting Rotary in Hawaii on television. And that will, the call to action at the end would be to scan the QR code to drive them to a website where they can download the passport. What we will eventually have some printed copies to give out to each club, so that if you come across somebody that wants to try Rotary, you can give them that information. All we ask is that you capture their name and contact information and send it to us so that we can keep them in this database, because at the end of the day, it's going to take about 10 touch points before somebody actually converts.
Great. And I see Emily's hand is up.
Okay, this isn't about action plan. It's about service projects and the goals. I was updating our club goals and the website, and I noticed that you can't, for the number of service projects you do, you can't manually enter a number. So I presumed that you have to put your project in the service center, or the project center, I guess it's called, and then it would populate, but it still isn't. I put 2 in there. That's all I put in, because I thought I must be doing something wrong, because it's still not populating in my goal that I've done any. So I don't know, is there a good resource somewhere? I was trying to look on the website if there was a step-by-step how to input your projects, but I didn't find one.
Good question. I thought that Project Showcase was supposed to update your goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it maybe I just did it wrong. I don't know, because I put 2 in there and it didn't.
Does anyone else online have experience with this that you can answer Emily's question?
Are the projects completed or are they open
Yes,
projects? Or
they're
they are
completed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I know sometimes that makes a difference. So,
yeah, these are completed projects, so. And I
So
had a beginning and an end date, because that was another question somebody asked me, and I said, yes, I had a beginning date and an end date, so it showed finished.
Okay. So my understanding was the same as yours, Emily, so I'll go try to find out
Yeah.
what's going on. And I am on a call tomorrow with our RI director. They are getting ready to roll out updates to the system to have us do this 3-year rolling plan. So I may get more insight on that zone call tomorrow. But
Okay.
if I don't, I will check into it and get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Conrad or other general questions before we wrap up? Nope. Well, thank you. We are at the end of our scheduled time. I know it's a busy time of the year for all of us, lots of holiday activities, preparation, events going on. So thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule tonight to share with each other around our different initiatives and updates and opportunities for the coming year. And I hope you all have a great, enjoyable time around the holidays with your family and your friends. And again, thank you so much for your leadership of your clubs. And I look forward to re-engaging with everybody after January 1st. So thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Holidays.
Merry Kalikimaka.
Nale